My father always used to quote a Gemara, Kraina de Igarta, Ihi de Levi Parvanka, which basically is the reader of the letter, he's the one that has the worry about it. In other words, when, at a board meeting, if somebody brings up an idea, what happens?
He's assigned.
He's assigned to do that particular thing. In other words, the person who brings a message, he's the one who has to fulfill what it is. So continuing where we were before, it says in the Gemara that in the time of the Gemara, the minyanim, the shuls in certain places were not allowed to be in the cities, and the minyanim were outside in the field. And that's the reason why Baruch Hashem li'olam amen v'amen, the paragraph that said at Mariv, so that those who either came late or that it was a quick form of the Shemona Esrei, it has in it 18 times, really 19, the mentions of God's name to replace the Shemona Esrei with the 18, really 19 brachos. And thereby it was quicker to say that than to stay for the long Shemona Esrei, and everybody would be able to go home safely before it was too dark. What happens on certain nights when either people all came on time, for example, Friday night, when everybody came on time, when everybody came, so there's no Baruch Hashem li'olam amen v'amen at that time because people are already all there. What happens, the Gemara says, if there's someone who is still davening and everyone finishes the davening, they're not supposed to leave him alone there, and if they do, he's unsafe, right? That's what we described. So it says, Torfin tfilaso, in heaven they tear up his prayers. You're asking for God's mercy, and you're not concerned about this other person. Torfin tfilaso, his prayer is torn up. In the Shulchan Aruch Harav, yes, it says there that it's not only in a place where there's danger, but any time there's midas chasidus, it's an appropriate thing to do. It is an especially appropriate thing to do by fine people, that if there's someone still in the shul, you don't leave them all by themselves, but you stay together with them. Not because of safety, but it's an appropriate, good thing to do. So I was about to say that if I'm going to say this halacha, I'm going to have to stay here a long time. But Baruch Hashem, Yid Yitzchak Mametza, it's often not necessary to do so. Rabbi Chanai